Sumeru. Come on. It's not quite tomorrow yet in game. I think it restarts at 5 a.m. local time. Maybe I can get a little more story in before I can do my daily bullshit.
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Hair while we can.
What is this achievement here?
Then make a preemptive strike against the enemy.
Alright, Babu.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after... All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her, but she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she...
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time.
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's...
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to... Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a... I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
He hasn't been released yet, but
However,
you've read the
Kale's
manga.
days with the Fatui were anything but... Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel death...
Oh, Paimon had no idea.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you, yes?
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you... Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too... All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two...
Yeah, we'd like to do some...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone...
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted...
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant? Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully mature, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with kindness.
We'll need more where that came from.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up, and if you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be... We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
All right, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. We found.
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at...
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still... There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I... As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location, and then only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a...
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a...
It seems the rumors about you are true. We typically only teach visitors...
Maybe I can figure out how to clear these
Stop.
things up.
Don't move any
Just,
further.
like,
Look there in the distance.
Huh?
freaking
Where?
whenever I see it.
Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda glue. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of...
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the wither. Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push it. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go.
You're just playing on hard mode, that's fine.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Access denied.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
No touching! Born of ice and frost. I'm always watching. Come on out. Right now. Right here. Emerge.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's...
Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but what?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able... If that simply meant more work for me, then... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants... This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many... And most disturbingly...
Huh? But what?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way... Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into... The Dendro-Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro-Archon's... And as for the withering, its emergence is... That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even though... I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken...
Right, take a break so I can do my commissions. Where are the commissions today? Looks like it is over.
A walk would be nice.
this team. Because I'm trying to collect name cards, so I can build friendship with okay, sweet.
With the wind.
A touch of frost.
Last commission.
Submit for judgment, swift and merciful.
Cross over! Delve
sealed into destiny. Written in the stars.
Forth, my blade. Spirit blade, attack!
Lightning purified! Stand with me! Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Let's see. The new place. Any of these? No. Until I have recipes or something I need to collect these two for. I guess I'll keep my current expedition set up.